right, guys.
Mr. Grooms, this is roll call.
Here.
Dr. Houghton,
Here.
Mr. Rich,
Here.
Mr. Barker,
Here.
Mr. Ellis,
Here.
Mr. Farley,
Here.
Mayor Goodwin.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Okay, so this is the meeting for the budget, first meeting for the budget. We'll start off with a public hearing on ordinance 21-22. First, we'll say, does anybody have any citizen comments about the budget? Okay, so anybody want to make a comment on ordinance 21-22? That's the general fund budget. Ordinance 22-22, and that's the water utility budget. Public hearing for ordinance 23-22. Anyone want to talk about the sewer and utility budget? Okay, so the public hearing is closed. All right. So now we'll go to ordinance 21-22. An ordinance to provide for the adoption of the fiscal year 2023 general fund budget containing estimates of proposed revenues and expenditures for the city of Folly Beach, South Carolina, beginning July the 1st, 2022 and ending June the 30th, 2023. This is the first reading. To have a motion for approval.
So moved.
Have a second. Discussion.
I make a motion that we amend to add $60,000 for health insurance for staff members.
Second.
One of the options, which is what we discussed at the meeting right now, the way it's sitting so it's balanced, is with that new program where new hires get a certain percentage of health care. We discussed at the last workshop about keeping our current program and using that as a retention tool and an employee incentive tool. So if we want to do that, we have to find $60,000 here. One option is to, I know we worked to get that millage rate down to 2.3 or 1.3 instead of 2, but going leaving it at 2 doesn't have that 60,000. And for me, the extra little bit to kind of help retain our employees and give them better benefits and keeping staff, I do think that's worth it. So I'm open to that idea, or if there's somewhere else that y'all see to pull 60,000 from, but that one's just sitting there. Lee recommended that as the easiest option.
So you're making a motion to go back to 2.0 mil increase to cover the 60,000 for healthcare benefits.
Unless somebody has a better idea, I will make that motion, yes.
In a second?
Second.
And just for record keeping, are you okay if we make that $60,259.80?
Yes. Sorry, whatever the exact number was, but that was Lee's recommendation, was the easiest place to do it. I do think that's a huge tool for keeping employees.
Okay, so it's $60,259.80, exact amount.
Exact amount, whatever that works out to with the millage. I don't think it takes it quite back at 2. I think it leaves it a little short.
Well, we got another one or two. All right,
So this is,
any discussion on that?
all right. On the motion, Mr. Barker? No. Mr. Ellis?
Yes.
Mr. Farley?
Yes.
Mr. Grooms?
Yes.
Dr. Houghton?
Yes.
Mr. Rich?
Yes.
Mayor Goodwin?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Okay. The next request that came up, I am not personally making this request, but the request that came up was to increase 14.5. How much was that restriping the pickleball court stuff?
Roughly 14,000.
14,000. Increase the budget $14,000 to create another pickleball.
It's 14,000 or 1,400?
14,000.
Really?
Yeah, because you have to start all over. And I will say this, I'm not talking against my motion. Well, I'm not gonna make the motion. Would somebody like to make the motion to increase the budget $14,000 to create another pickleball court? Going once, going twice. Thank you very much.
How much is in the Parks and Recs reserves?
I don't know, but I don't
Good
think,
idea.
I personally don't think $14,000 to create another pickleball court. We got more pickleball courts per capita of residents using them than anywhere else in the state of South Carolina.
I can only respond that
I don't believe the reserve is very much.
It's,
because
it's not,
I'm the liaison, and I'm not even sure there is,
6,000.
no.
Can we discuss at all, or do we need to?
No, it wasn't, there was no motion.
What
so-
motion to discuss, okay. I mean, I'll bring it up as a motion to discuss only,
Okay, I'll second it.
okay. The pickleball people are okay with building it into probably next year's budget, or talking with Parks and Rec and talking to them. And they had requested that they have the ability to chalk it off to increase the number of courts, which could wash off with rain. So that was just a solution there. I know the tape that can get into a hazard, so I wouldn't recommend that. But that was something that they just came to me.
I don't even wanna see them start using chalk down there, because then every other kid's gonna be down there and it's gonna wash off with rain, and you know, you let one group do it, you can't let everybody do it. I don't think that's a good idea.
Okay.
I like bringing it, maybe bring it back next year when there's
Yeah,
more time to look
bring
into it.
it back in
I don't think,
next
I mean, I can tell you, I don't care for it because it's just extremely late in the process for now.
Yeah, I
Bring back up
agree.
information.
Right now, at this point, I would say here. So,
And all I can say is the liaison, the Park and Rec board, and it's, again, Eric, I can clarify. Is this a couple of years, I mean, to me, it's still okay. It doesn't need like an upkeep or anything like that.
It's in good shape.
It's a new,
Yeah,
basically new.
it's
Totally
new.
new, okay, yeah, my answer is no.
Okay, so we had a motion and a second. We have to vote on the motion.
So,
To bring it up next year, I guess was the motion.
Well, the motion, yeah,
Motion was
was
for this
to,
year.
well,
the motion was.
to discuss it, motion to, I'll do a motion to approve, how about that? Okay, I do a motion to approve then.
Let's
On
make
the,
them different.
on the motion to add 14,000.
Correct, yes.
Second, which I did, it's already on the floor.
Mr. Farley,
Discuss it.
Ms. Dr. Houghton,
No,
Mr. Rich,
No.
Mr. Ellis,
No,
Mr. Barker. No. Mr. Grooms,
For giggles, yes.
Mayor Goodwin,
No.
motion
All right.
fails.
So back to the ordinance 2021 as amended previously.
There was one more, and that's for some overtime for Eric's new position. Eric, you wanna come?
Eric fouled up.
Finance director didn't put in
I got finance director, I love it.
the new
He's not here.
I know.
position that you all allowed me to put in there for public works. There was no overtime allocated, so I need $2,500.
Can we take it from the finance director?
make a motion.
I'll make a motion to 2,500 to approve.
second,
I would think that there would be enough wiggle room with them for $2,500. If it's not in that millage we just did for the health insurance, we can adjust it from paid parking.
We'll get it from somewhere.
Well, yeah, it'll come from somewhere. That's pretty.
Just make you stand up there and ask for it.
Thank you.
All right,
So on the motion to approve $2,500 for public works overtime, Mr. Grooms?
Yes.
Mr. Farley?
Where are you getting it from? Don't you have to have that in this motion?
I've got, if not from the mill rate.
if not for mill rate increase, if that isn't enough.
Yes.
then we'll-
Mr. Ellis?
Yes,
Mr. Barker?
Yes.
Dr. Houghton?
yes.
Mr. Rich?
Yes.
Mayor Goodwin?
Yes.
That motion passed.
Okay, so back to the original ordinance 2122 as amended for the health insurance and the $2,500 OT with the mill rate increase.
Motion approved.
But we got a motion to approve it already, we just been
It's on the
amended.
floor.
So we're back to the
back to discussion.
original as amended.
As amended.
Yeah, okay.
Dr. Houghton?
Yes,
Mr. Barker?
Yes.
Mr. Ellis?
yes,
Mr. Farley?
Yes.
Mr. Rich?
Yes.
Mr. Grooms?
Yes.
Mayor Goodwin?
Yes.
Passes. First reading.
Okay. So next is 22-22, and this is the first reading for establishing the water utility budget. Mr. Sullivan is not here. I had to send him on a mission. The water utility budget and appropriating necessary funds for the operation of the Folly Beach Water Utility for fiscal year 2023. beginning July the 1st, 2022, and ending June the 30th, 2023.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any additions or corrections?
Mr. Barker?
Yes.
Mr. Rich?
Yes.
Mr. Farley?
Yes.
Mr. Grooms?
Yes.
Dr. Houghton?
Yes.
Mr. Ellis?
Yes.
Mayor Goodwin?
Yes.
Passes first.
Ordinance 23-22, and this is an ordinance establishing the sewer utility budget, appropriating the necessary funds for the operation of the Folly Beach Sewer Utility for fiscal year 2023, beginning July the 1st, 2022, and ending June the 30th, 2023. Have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Second.
Any- Anybody, any corrections, additions, motions? No, Mr. Pope.
Mr. Farley?
Yes.
Mr. Barker?
Yes.
Dr. Houghton?
Yes.
Mr. Ellis?
Yes.
Mr. Grooms?
Yes.
Mr. Rich?
Yes.
Mayor Goodwin?
Yes.
Passes first.
Okay, so now we're to a resolution. This is resolution 20-22. Resolution by Folly Beach City Council for the adoption of the fiscal year 2023 beach preservation budget. Containing estimates of proposed revenues and expenditures for the beach preservation fund beginning July the 1st, 2022 and ending June the 30th, 2023.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion?
Dr. Houghton?
Yes.
Mr. Rich?
Yes.
Mr. Grooms?
Yes.
Mr. Ellis?
Yes.
Mr. Farley?
Yes.
Mr. Barker?
Yes.
Mayor Goodwin?
Yes.
Resolution passes.
Okay, so Mr. Grooms, would you like to start off city council comments?
I'm gonna pass tonight.
Okay, Mr. Ellis?
So I just think that everything's looking good. I think Folly Beach is looking good. Staff, the mayor and council, all the people that emailed us. It's looking pretty good from where I'm sitting. Thank you, everybody.
Okay, Mr. Farley?
Nothing tonight.
Dr. Houghton?
I just would say that it's a civic club scenario. We've transitioned to a new editor of the Sandsburg, so we might enlarge it, more communication, things of that nature. So I just want to encourage more, I want it to be an active document and something that people look forward to it. So you're more than welcome to put articles in, give feedback. That's just my comment.
Thank you to the public for turning out and all of your emails over the past many weeks. Appreciate it.
Same thing Mr. Barker said, your comments translate into the things that we do up here, so thank you for all the comments, as lengthy as they were. Try to get to everybody, but it is very helpful. I also want to say thank you to Warrior Surf Foundation and Skip Fink. They did a wonderful job. We played in their annual golf tournament a few weeks, like last week, out of Wild Dunes. It was a good time. It was a great charity, great benefit, and it was a well put together golf tournament. We had a blast, and we tied and we came in second place.
Yeah.
That made me look better. So thank you to them. Good job.
It's amazing how far they've come in 6 years. They've done this charity and how it's grown, and they've gotten support. I think they raised close to $200,000 at their thing, and that really helps veterans with mental issues, suicide, depression, and they get out and surf, and it's just joyous, and it's a chain reaction that's taking the whole countrywide, so it's a good thing. Now I do have something to say, sir, if I may.
Oh, you already said.
I know, but I want to take that back. I want to send that. Your staff this weekend did a fabulous job controlling the crowd. We had a big crowd this weekend, and public safety really came to a different level. I know we've got some new people, I guess, that have been there 12, or really even people have been there 2 years, but they haven't seen that throb of people, and everything was handled smoothly, that I could tell. You had a few water rescues, and y'all really came to light, and I think that's from leadership, and these PSOs and sergeants are all well trained, so kudos.
Okay, so I want to say something before I ask for a closing. talking about Warrior Surf, they're a good group. There's also another foundation starting here. Well, it's not starting here at Folly. The person that started it is here at Folly Beach. And it's kind of like a Make-A-Wish Foundation, except this is for families who have cancer victims in their families. And the victims or the cancer patients, the whole idea of this is to give them a time to have a vacation with their family. So this foundation is looking for, and I can't think of the name of it right off the top of my head, I'm sorry. They're looking for people who would be willing, if you have a short-term rental, that you would be willing to give a weekend or a week. They are a 501c3, so it is tax deductible. You can contact me or Charlotte or Dina Dockery. Dina is the person who started it. I think it's a great idea. All of her prospects for these kind of things, we've already had one group that's going to the board now to see who they're going to pick to use this one weekend, come from the doctors. So the doctors are saying, this person has cancer, but yeah, they're still healthy enough that they can spend a weekend at the beach with their family for some entertainment or some fun with their family as they go through the cancer treatments. So if you're interested, call me and I'll put you in touch with the right people. They're also selling raffle tickets, but I won't advertise that at City Hall, but anyway. And it's for a 2-night stay at an inn or a shotgun. So, you know, you're in the South, you got a raffle shotgun, but it's a good gun. So if you're interested, just give me a holler and I'll put you in touch with the right person. Now do I have a motion for adjournment?
So moved. Second.
We ain't going back, we don't need it. All we need to do is go back.
I want it in the house.
Yeah. Yeah.